G'day buddies, Jackaroo Toro here, and on this channel I focus on Australian Aborigines, their languages, cultures, history, and so on. And with this video I'd like to wrap up the series about copula clauses in the Ngarla language, the Ngarla language of the Pilbara region of Western Australia. Or rather, perhaps I should say, the series of videos about the clauses in Ngarla that correspond to copula clauses in a language such as English. Because, as we have seen in previous videos, there is in fact no copula verb in Ngarla. Most clauses instead being verbless. And we find that here too. So in this volume here, Matthew Dreyer describes nominal predicate relations, and that would probably be a more fitting term than copula functions, the term that Professor Dixon uses, because then we do not have a copula verb in Ngarla. So I have one of Dixon's copula functions left to discuss. And then Matthew Dreyer, he has a similar set of nominal predicate relations that he describes, but he has an additional one to Dixon's set. So looking at Dixon's copula function E first, he calls that wanting and benefaction. And this then supposedly is an example of wanting, who's for bowling. And benefaction means that something is for something or someone else. This looks like a statement actually. I don't know why I put a question mark there. But anyway, this cake is for Mary. Yes, that must be a statement. So when it comes to Ngarla, this type of construction would seem not to exist. So it is not expressed, wanting is not expressed in that way in Ngarla, and this shouldn't surprise because languages are different. You express yourself differently in different languages. So yeah, not surprising, I would say. I have many examples in the database of things that are for him or for me or for us and things like that. And what I find is that the relevant nominal takes dative marking in such contexts. And that is what we have here in this example. So here we have nganungalu kunjaralu, literally my woman, taking ergative case. Jagamari, a complex verb meaning is cooking. And this is a transitive verb. And here is the object, the direct object, my vegetable food. So my woman is cooking vegetable food, nganjaranga, for all of us. First person plural inclusive pronoun, taking dative. Yes. And then we have Dreyer's nominal predicate relation, existential clauses for expressing predicate possession. What is that? It's this type of construction with the verb have that we find in English. He has money. I have a new car. And indeed, all Germanic languages have the verb to have. Yes. So here we find that two different constructions are possible in Ngarla that correspond to this English construction. We have one verbless construction where there is no verb, but where they make use of the comitative and the privative cases. Comitative marking having, and privative being the opposite, marking not having or the absence of something. So we have two examples here. Palagani, manduyanya. Palagani, the demonstrative for something that is mid-distant. Mandu, meet again. And privative, yanya. So that one has no meat, is how that should be translated into English. You could, of course, also say that one is without meat, should you feel like it, but that one has no meat, of course, sounds better. Yes. And here we have ngonyi marongo, that man. Ngonyi, the demonstrative for something that is far away. And marongo, man. Nyai jandukara. Nyai, the demonstrative for something that is close. Jandu seems to be a collective noun. It means weapons, like a bunch of weapons lying in a pile together, something like that. And kara, comitative. So that man has these weapons is how I would like to translate this. Yes. But we have an alternative construction with the verb kanyi, kanyiri in the present tense. So here we have a question. Why is a question particle, changing a statement into a yes-no question. Why nyinda mando kanyiri. So nyinda, second person singular ergative pronoun. Mando again. And kanyiri. So this means, do you have any meat? Kanyi also means to keep. Not just to have, but also to keep. And this is an example of that sense of the verb. So, wanjagalo, where? Palaganilo. The demonstrative for something that is mid-distant, taking ergative. Panonga karumbo kanyiri. Panonga. Third person singular genitive. Karumbo is a noun, a nominal that originally meant small stones. Small stones came to mean coins and by extension money. Kanyiri. And this means, where is that one keeping his money? Yes, but this is all for now. But as you know by now, I will be back in coming videos. So, see you later.